Welcome everyone to a fabulous IProNetwork opportunity presentation. My name is Tonya Hofmann and I'm a gold level member at the moment with iPro. And I can tell you that I've had so much fun. Even, there's so much changes in this world. This is what it's about, right? Is getting connected and really just adoring the people that you're connected to. So I'm going to share my screen, and then that way we can help each other see what we're all up to. It's all really about a new company that just launched July of 2017. And we're really here, and this is one of the things I was so impressed with, is that we're really here to help people make money. Not just for money's sake, but the people in the leadership team are all devoted to using something amazing with their money. Right? They've all got orphanages or some type of philanthropy project that is really important to them. And so that's kind of where I kind of come in, because I realize that I'm like losing out on the digital revolution. That it's time to take advantage of everything that's happening right now. But a lot of times people are like, I don't know where to start. So there's where iPro comes in. So we know that millions around the world are just struggling, right? I mean, you probably feel that yourself or know people that feel that themselves. Because a lot of people look at it and go, retirement? I don't know if I'm going to get to do that. Or, oh my gosh, this debt is crazy. Or, wow, my savings is gone. And I'm not sure about the future. That's why I had jumped into IProNetwork a couple years ago. My house was destroyed by a water pipe bust, and literally we walked in and it was raining inside of our house. And the contractor ran off with the money, just like you hear it happen. It actually does happen, no matter how much due diligence you think you've done. And then at the same time, my husband was losing his eyesight, and our world kind of came crashing into a, oh my goodness moment. And I'm sure you've had one of those moments as well. And I'm 51 now, and at some point you're like, okay, things have got to change. Do you feel like that way? It's like, oh my gosh, there's got to be something different. It's kind of like what I'm in my workout clothing, because I just literally came from the gym, because my husband and my 14-year-old and I decided that we've also got to take a different look at our health. There's points in your life that you like, okay, something has got to change. And that's what I loved about IProNetwork when I found out about it. Because it is really a massive opportunity. Because of the way that they structured it, it not only just helps you make money, but it gets you connected to people who actually know how to make money. And that's where we're always like, well, yeah, I want to make more money, but it's like, I don't know what to do. And this is why we're here. So there's 3 industries that we want to talk about. One of them is shopping. Yeah, we all know that one. But let's talk about e-commerce shopping. The other one is learning, e-learning, not just learning for its sake of learning, but learning online. And then earning, right? E-commerce, e-currency, right? Trading in the e-currency world with cryptocurrency, digital currency, kind of whatever you want to call it, is you've got to jump into it. But it all starts with a superior leadership team. You have to have a massive growth opportunity with the people who know how to have it grow. So these people have been in the network marketing, MLM kind of world forever and have made millions over and over again. So they know what the industry is all about. They also know that they've got to take big steps to make it happen for each other and for us. Their compensation plan is structured the way they would want the compensation plan to be structured when they were in our shoes, right? And when I looked at it, I got in for Mr. Johnny Reed. So JR is a personal friend of mine, and I was like, oh my God, JR, tell me what you're up to, because I've got to make a different thing happen. I've got to have some different scenario than what my life looks like right now. And he's like, oh, you've got to come out and try out this IProNetwork. It's amazing. So he's the international sales director, and kind of whatever JR says, he's my mentor, and I, there's just certain people you trust. And he's also always got his thumb on the pulse of what makes money. And those are the kind of people that I want to hang with. Another person that I was really impressed with, besides Mr. Pacheco and his beautiful wife and the rest of the team, but Mr. Scott Warren. Scott Warren is the guy that all of the industry goes to keep it in compliance and in legal terms, keep it all safe so that the government doesn't have a problem with you. So when he we just didn't go out and hire him, but he joined our board, right? He joined the team. That really made me feel very secure. Then you look at people who join the advisory board, like, I know that y'all all heard of Kevin Harrington. He was on the Shark Tank, right? He was one of the first founding members of the Shark Tank. He's created As Seen on TV. He's created the infomercial. This guy is connected. And when he found out about IProNetwork and ProCurrency, he's like, oh, I am totally involved. And he jumped in with all 24 feet and has been out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about him in just a minute, but he's really out there, kind of our champion, talking about what we're up to. So it's a super simple business model. You got e-commerce, we got e-learning, and e-currency. All of these are about making you a profit. So let's talk about e-commerce. So, it's really changing the way the stores are run, right? We all see stores going out of their brick and mortar and into either click and order or just out in general. We all know brick and mortar is turning into the click and order because we see the numbers. It's happening every day. And either they're learning how to do online retail or they're just closing up, like Toys R Us just did the other day. So what is very interesting about this industry is not only is it a $4 trillion industry in less than 2 years, but you have to look at the whole parameters around that. A lot of people are like, well, why should I start an e-commerce store and try to go up against Amazon? It's very much like how Walmart was, right? Remember, Walmart was like the ultimate in retail. No one thought they could even compete. But soon people started going, I really want to find mom and pops. I want to have alternatives. And that's what's happening a lot online, is people are looking for other ways to support other people that they actually feel connected to, instead of just a huge, massive company that takes advantage of people, right? But, it's really about helping connect to people and finding exactly what they're interested in. Another one is online education. So $100 billion industry that nobody really knows much about. Now, this is really my industry. I've been connected to coaches and people who've done educational online opportunities over and over and over again. And I love this industry because it is actually projected to be a $240 billion industry by 2023. This is a serious industry because the world is looking for education, looking for information. And you may be going, well, you can find everything free on YouTube, but how many times do you really find that oops, it's mute. There we go. That we really find when you go to online, you're like, I don't know if this stuff is credible. Yeah, it's free, but they're just trying to pitch me something. They're not really even giving me information. So people want to buy information that they know is solid and really, kind of gets into the meat of things. And so that's why the online education is huge, especially around the world, right? Because we know that a lot of that is also funded by the world ready to grow and expand and learn with us. So let's talk a little bit about the iPro products, because this is where the rubber meets the road. Why are we different? So first thing is our basic plan. It's only $100. Now it has 120 training videos in it. Yes, I said 120. I know for myself, when I create a video learning package, it's usually $100 and it's like one, maybe two. Here they give you 120, and it's all about product sourcing, store setup, marketing, store management. This is about helping you make more money by having an e-commerce online business. And even if you're like, I'm already in business for myself, this is going to help you, because who doesn't need more information about marketing and how to run the online internet experience that we all have? So this is incredible information. The next package is $500. That's it. And you get a lot more involved. So this is about, you get everything from the e-com product and as inspector. And with that, you get bestseller rankings, you get competition insights, which is so important. You get mobile scanning, import tools, product pricing. People are always like, well, how much do I price things at? Here you go, you get the whole thing. Reverse search. So if you're like, what is that? Where did I find that? You can actually figure out what is important to sell out there, what people are looking for. And then product rankings. So this all comes in only $500. Again, oh my gosh, you can't believe the value that you get for $500. The next one is $2,000. So you get everything from before, plus the huge Econ Jam. So this is really stepping it up. You get a whole online, we just did a boot camp that taught us step by step how to do an entire Shopify store with Facebook advertising and everything. I was blown away. My husband and I even learned things, and we've been doing online marketing and websites for years. So that's when you know when you've really got a gem of a product, is when you're learning, when you've already been in the industry, right? But this talks to you about store customization, converting sales pages. This is incredibly important. You could have a website, but how do you highly convert it into sales, right? Recommended apps. You have to know what things to plug into to make it work. And then, of course, email marketing. You've got to remind people, hey, don't forget about us. We've got a discount today. Oh, you got to use our coupon, right? You probably get them from your stores that you love as well. So it teaches you all about that. Then we have the advanced level at $3,000. You get everything from before, plus store setup. All right, this is about really Shopify. How do you use Shopify? Product sourcing, how and where to find the hottest selling items, how to drive traffic to your website. Massive amount of information about marketing techniques, Facebook, Google, shopping, Google traffic. These are the things that you need to make a lot of money on your store. Store management and scaling. How are you going to scale up? Where do you start? How much do you put into your store at the beginning, right? This is all of that information. Plus, you also get that boot camp that I was just talking about. And then the professional level, the $6,000 level. You get everything, including the massive amount of information about Amazon fulfillment by Amazon. So say you like, oh, you love this new book. You're like, oh, I love that book. And you're like, I want to make that book too and sell it. It teaches you how to actually market, not just market, but make the item, find the people to make the item, have it go to Amazon. Amazon then fulfills it for you, right? So they do all the selling, and it teaches you how to do that. I've known several of my friends that have made a whole lot of money with fulfillment by Amazon. So this is incredible. Plus, it also then breaks it down. Affiliate network, link traffic, cross promotion. These are the things that takes it to the whole next level. Now, this is a level that I came in at because, I'm kind of a go-getter, and I want all the information. I don't want anything held back. So you can see how much amazing information. You're like, oh my gosh. So which level sounds good for you? Well, wait, because there's more. You can actually get involved in the cryptocurrency craze that's going on right now. So you ready to trade cryptocurrency? Oh yeah. So let's take Forex onto a huge level with the e-trader. trading, not fiat currency, you know, the US dollar, the yen, the Deutschmark, but trading crypto. Okay, what is this different? Because you don't have to be there 24/7 to trade. You don't have to be there at 4:30 in the morning. Literally, this trades for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, it's always on. You don't have to have a special computer to have this either. It's just out there and it's doing its thing, but you set what you want. You set the parameters because you can tell it if you wanted to trade low, medium, high risk. You can tell it where to stop or where not to trade to, right? So you can give them all the information so that you can make the money that you're looking for. Now, is there risk? There's always risk when you're trading, but wow, people are having great results with this, okay? They're also coming out with some really fun packages to teach you how to do manual trading, because a lot of times people are interested in trading manually. So that's coming out here shortly. So it's always about being first to market, right? Having the products and the tools to be the first in so that you can absorb all the amazingness that's happening in the marketplace. So let's talk even more about making money. So you've seen so far all the products that we offer help you make more money. You buy the product, there is no reoccurring that you have to pay, it's just buy the product. You can always upgrade to the next product when you're ready, and all you have to do is just pay the difference between one package and the other. Well, why stop there? Why not make some commissions on top of that? That's what I'm talking about. So there is a direct sales bonus. All right. This is just when you sell a package, you're making 10%. It's pretty straightforward. The only difference is the e-trader is at $250 instead of the 10% rule. Okay. But what's really great is the person that you just bought your package, they could go out and sell it to somebody else, so one of the packages, and if they sell that to somebody else for $2,000 or more, you just made $400. Okay, so for example, I brought in Susie. Susie's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I made 10% off of one of her packages. Susie goes out and finds Kanika. Kanika buys, she bought a $2,000 package. So Susie makes $200. I made $400 because I'm also helping Susie with Kanika, right? It's a team play. And that's really what I love, love, love about IProNetwork. It's all about teamwork. It's not about, okay, I'm just gonna bring you in, bye, have a good luck. Or the person above you or the person beside you doesn't care. We're all here to help each other. Okay, we don't care if you're on whose team or whatever. This is about a team play, but you actually get compensated as well. You also, it's a binary hybrid, so it does just more than just a binary. It does the direct sales, it does this binary, and you may be familiar with binaries. Binary is two teams. You got a left team and you got a right team. So again, you brought in Susie, you put her on your right. Then you brought in John, you put him on the left. Well, Susie brought in Kanika, remember? Where is she gonna put her? She's gonna put her right underneath one side of her leg. That benefits you. So anything that happens underneath you rolls up to every single person all the way up. So for example, say Joseph came in, and he came in 100 people down from you, and he bought, say he bought the $6,000 package. That $6,000 package rolls up to every single person all the way up the line. Now, when you accumulate those dollars per se, they're kind of points at that point, but it's a volume, right? So say on one side, 1 week, I had 30,000 points on one side because I had $30,000 in volume. People bought packages on that side. On the other side, I had $25,000 in package sales. So that means 25,000 on one side, 30,000 on the other. So what happens is you take 25,000, you subtract it from the 30,000, that leaves you $5,000, right? Just over in that side that you can use next week. But you made 10% off the 25,000, right, from the weaker side, the lower volume side. So I made $2,500 that week. Not a bad week, right? But because that accumulates on and on, there's unlimited debt, you can imagine how massive your binary will be. But it doesn't stop there, because remember I said it was a binary hybrid. So you have direct sales, you have a binary, and then you have multi-level. I know, crazy, right? And I've never seen it go down and go up in volume. So you brought in Susie. She's your first level. You're making 10% matching bonus on Susie and anybody else you bring in. Then, remember she brought in Kanika? Then Kanika, she goes out. She does a great job. You're making 10% from Kanika. Then Kanika brings in somebody, right? That person, say Maria, that's your third level. Maria, anyone at that level, you get 20% from. I know, crazy, right? And then the fourth level, you also get 20%. So when Maria brings in people, you're making 20% off of their matching. So usually you say you bring in 2 people. You made 10% off your 2 people. Those 2 people bring in 2 people. Now you have 4 people, you're making 10% off. Those 4 people bring in 2 people. That's 8 people. Now you're making 20% off, because right there on the third level. And those 8 people go out and get 2 people. That's 16 people you're making 20% on. All right, this is all hypothetical, but you get the point. Then on top of all of that, you have leadership bonuses. So it just gives you more and more, because they want to develop teams. They want people to help each other. But as you can tell, and you can talk to anybody, we all are here to help each other. I was just helping a whole bunch of people that have no connection to me on my team, but who cares? We're all a team. We all have fun, and we all smile and giggle the whole time. Now, this is really crazy, is you get 70% of all your commissions in US dollars. The other 30%, as you see here, is in pro currency. So if you've always wanted to get involved in a kind of a cryptocurrency, but you're like, I just don't want to go and spend 1 coin for $8,000, you know what I mean? Here's your way to earn a lot of coins, and you get it just for your commissions. So I always like just to talk about what I've done, right? Because it's kind of easy to see reality. I started off with 186,000 coins in pro currency. I'm up to almost 400,000 coins now. That's from commissions. So if it goes to $1, I'm doing a very happy dance, right? If it goes to $10, oh my gosh, I am so happy, right? So here's your way to earn some cryptocurrency and put it into your e-wallet. The packages also come with different benefits. So there's a $50 annual activation to be an independent sales associate to earn commissions. So only 50 bucks, you get a website, you get all the tools and everything that you need. Then you decide on which package that you want. There's a weekly cap on each package. So say if you bought the $100 package, you can earn up to $500 a week on that package. At the $500 level, you can make up to $2,500 a week, and that starts the matching bonuses, and you can match the first level. And again, one of the reasons that I came in at the $6,000 level is I can have a weekly cap of $35,000 a week, and I can get matching bonuses from all 4 levels. So I looked at the compensation and I'm like, yeah, I want the full experience. So multiple ways to earn income, right? We've got e-commerce, learning real information to make money online. The e-trader software to make money with cryptocurrency. And then you've got all of our amazing business model, right? All the compensation that you can earn. And I can tell you personally, coming from other companies, this is the most I've ever made in the fastest time that I've ever made. Because realistically, when I meet people, most people really have always wanted an e-commerce store themselves. They just didn't know how to do it. Now they get it all. They get to know how to do it all. Or they've been like, oh my gosh, I really want to get into the crypto world, and the trading software is amazing and having great results. So it's perfect and it makes it easy. So earn your way to the top, right? Start with $50 for the ISA activation, and then figure out which you want. What plan do you want? So there's always three types of people. There's, nah, I'm going to stay right where I am doing what I'm doing, probably not doing as much as I should be doing. Or you could be a customer, you're like, oh, I really want one of those packages, but I don't really want to build a team. Now, I can tell you that every one of my people that have come in who was that way, within a week, they activated their ISA, because they were like, I can't believe how many people are like, I've always wanted to do that too. Or you're like, yeah, I could totally see it. Let me get in. Let me start off at this level, or let me go for it all the way. So it's about creating your future now, not waiting any more moments, right? We were just talking a little bit about how when we start looking at what do we need to do to change our circumstances at this moment, you can't wait. You have to take action. So please contact your sponsor right now and ask him or her, what do I do? How do I get started? What do I need to do to make sure that this moment in time does not pass me by again? I know I was just in Houston, and so many people in Houston was like, wow, I better not, miss out on this opportunity, because I've been there before. Have you been there before where you're like, yeah, I should have taken that opportunity? I know myself and my husband, we had an opportunity to get into Starbucks. We're like, that's silly. Who's going to buy that kind of coffee? I better wait on that. And, you're like, whoops. At Apple, too. I had the opportunity to get into Apple, and I'm like, nah, I think I'll just wait on that. I'm not waiting anymore. So thank y'all for joining.